welcome back to a new episode of Voices of Hult. I'm Johanna. I'm also a member of the Voices of Hult team, and today we're here with Professor An and Rafa, as you guys know, and we're participating in Finance Innovation Week.
In the Future of Finance Week with the global marketing team and events. I hope everyone had an amazing holidays. We're back in school here in Boston this time. Hello, Professor. How are you?
I'm good. I'm fine. Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Of course.
I'm so excited at this beginning of the year.
Yes,
right?
exactly. So can you tell us a little bit about you for everyone who is listening to us?
Hi. Hello, guys. I'm Professor Paul An. I'm teaching UG and PG in finance courses and accounting as well. I'm participating in the course development of this new UG program, also the PG program, and Master of Finance, the Finance Dual Degree. And we are going to launch the Finance MBA program this year.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm participating in this development program.
Great. So I've heard you've been working for for 7 years.
Right. Yeah. Since 2017, I started teaching in San Francisco campus.
Nice.
Right.
And how come you arrived to San Francisco? What's like your story? What's your background? Can tell us a little bit more.
My background is totally investment banker. I love managing money. Right. And so, before joining Hult 2013, for about 15 years. I've been working in an investment bank as a portfolio manager, managing $500 million institutional fund, private fund, endowment fund.
That's money.
Yeah.
And then I became the top portfolio manager in the country. Yeah, even the South Korea is small, but it's very nice. Yeah, the experience.
You were an investment banker in South Korea, and then you came here.
yeah, because my wife told me that, why don't you step down? Yeah, you are. I understand you are at the top of the mountain. Now is the time to
step down.
Down. So, okay, I accept my wife's proposal, and then let's go to the world, right? At the time, my age was 40 years old. I have to make a huge decision and selling house, 2 Porsche, 2 cars, everything. And then I joined Hult at the time, getting
as a student.
decent amount of the scholarship money, the professional scholarship at the time. And then I finished 2 degrees. My goal was to go to the Wall Street at the time, right? Because I already have a reputation and a good outworking history.
Did you decide to go back to school instead of Wall Street?
Exactly.
No, I never. The life is always the unexpected thing.
Yeah.
And at the time, the dean Cornelius, the London dean at the time, now that joined the San Francisco, he asked me to teach accounting course at the time. By the way.
Okay.
Because the one professor just messed up this accounting course. And then when I get this course and I saw the students, their eyes, they are very kind of concerned and the fear about accounting. And then I realized that.
I think numbers are scary sometimes. So I can imagine some students feeling like that. So you're also an alumni. You were an MBA student and a dual degree in MFIN, right?
Right, exactly. When I finished this 2 degree, and then I was supposed to become the investment banker in the Wall Street somewhere. But now the dean asked me to teach accounting and finance courses. And then I realized that, this is kind of a calling, kind of a mission. When I saw their eyes in fear, then I need to help them.
Yeah.
And then I got the salary, so almost 1/10.
Great.
1/10 of the salary that I made before in the investment bank.
Yeah.
But I saved some money.
Imagine the impact you're having on all the students.
And then I got fascinated by this educational the area that I can contribute my experience to the education field rather than going to the investment bank again.
So it was more like the passion that was guiding you throughout your life so far. I think it's a really, really tough decision you had to make.
Right.
But I mean, I can see that you're really, really happy changing students' life, and that's why you're also participating on the design of the new programs and trying to, encourage students to be more active.
You know what? It's not about the money, making money, and but it's kind of more meaningful life.
Purpose.
For my family, when I was in the investment bank, I had to work from 9 to 9 every day, even the weekend. Right? And $100,000, a decent hefty bonus is good, but I ruined myself. Even I ignored my family issues. But now it's totally family man. I'm so proud of being family man. Also, I'm taking care of a student's life. They're learning the process.
Yeah, because you also had to move here with your entire family. So it was not an easy decision. You had to make the decision to leave your country and moved here and stay here. Right. And now I think you're enjoying Boston. So
my son is also taking this advantage. The Korea and South Korea's education field is very competitive, very competitive. But now, he's now the Northeastern University second-year students majoring in neuroscience, and then he's taking this huge benefit. But I have to pay $75,000 tuition every year.
Well, that's education.
Yeah, but now speaking more about finance, I'm so curious to know, what industries are trending now according to finance in the finance field?
Right. We have many kind of the concern about the future of finance, especially what kind of industry we have to invest. But when you think about this investment field, we need to understand the customer's needs first.
Of course.
Right? Where they want to spend the money, right? So in order to understand this, we need to also kind of identify or their generations.
Correct.
Which generation will spend what industry they will spend how much, right? So this is kind of new finance industry. So for example, the elders now, the Gen X or Y, aging 50 or 60 or 70, they're always concerned about their health, right? So the bio or health industry is going to be because it's all the global or US or any kind of the developed countries now become very elder, right? That there are people.
There's a growing elderly population.
Right, so bio or health technology, those kind of field is still health science is going to be very good, and we cannot ignore the Gen Z or millennial. Now the 10 to 30 years old.
Yeah.
Now it is totally different than the world because they are now totally involved in the virtual life.
Yeah. Right? So I think for what you're saying, biotech and the healthcare industry for elders is gonna be something where people is gonna be all the money is gonna be going there.
Sure, they have money saved.
As you're saying, all these different generations, we're all growing up, and somehow we live around technology already, and we're gonna want technology to keep us, living. So
Right. So that's why we need to understand the needs of these Gen X or millennials.
Yeah.
They are willing to spend a lot of money into their virtual world. Like for example, Metaverse. They are operating their avatar world, right?
Yes.
In the avatar world, they are willing to spend almost the same amount when they buy Gucci bag or the Louis Vuitton bag in the real life. They also want to decorate, right? The avatar with this same amount of money, and then they satisfy. We say this is kind of a dopamine, the economy, right? They can increase the same level of dopamine in the virtual world.
Yeah, I think the metaverse is something that's gonna change a lot of things right now, even finance. And as you were saying, people's trying to buy, a nice purse, but also they want exactly the same, but in the virtual world. So just like the metaverse, what other trends in technology or not in technology do you think that is going to be coming in the future?
So here you have to remember some case in the online shopping mall in history, 2010. The many companies opened their online shopping mall by themselves, but one of the case of the failure of this adopting the online shopping mall was Toys R Us case. Toys R Us finally went bankrupt in 2016. because they didn't open online shopping mall. They still focus on their the store, right? Yeah. Instead, they just make some partnership with their Amazon. And then Amazon controls all the distributions and the selling, but they just to get the inventory, right? So this is totally disaster. So any kind of industry like retail industry or clothing industry, they must now use some virtual reality store.
Correct.
It's kind of metaverse concept too, right? Now the consumers can visit not just the two-dimension, the online store, but now they can visit the metaverse, the online store. They can choose the store. They can communicate with the store managers in the metaverse, right? So any kind of business, any kind of industries is now, before too late, they must open this kind of virtual store, right?
So you're thinking that this is the next thing that people need to adapt to
right.
be able to survive.
So when you say, oh, we have to invest like a technology company, it's not kind of limited into the technology company. We have to expand all the industries that adapted this kind of the new technology.
So you're basically saying that every industry needs to start adapting. So actually, like financially be prepared to also the financial part of these industries to adapt to these new trends, like you just mentioned, like the metaverse, VR, machine learning, AI. Like I think all these things are gonna be like these with finance, like super tight and working together. So I don't know.
Yeah. But also, speaking of AI, how is that going to change finance? Because that's a big topic here on campus among students. So
right.
How is that going to change finance?
Yeah. Now let's connect this AI thing to the investment area specifically. Just like you mentioned, now as a professor, I check the grade right of their submission every project, right? Now I realize that the quality of their the writing submission is now very high.
Correct.
Because I realized that students use AI, right? OpenAI, ChatGPT, right?
To improve their, like the outcome of the papers. Or
but
something.
I don't say you don't have to do that. No. You have to do that, basically. Why? Because that increases the average level, right? You can use all the sources, all the resources from the articles already done, right? If you don't use this, you have to start from the scratch. Yeah. Then the average level is very low, right? But I know this is the average level, right?
Yeah.
Because that is already, we know that all the resources from the Google or the Google Scholars or the articles, right? Now, from then on, you need to add some creativity, right? Likewise, in the investment field, investors advisor, using some AI, they can provide a very decent level of average advice, right? But now the role of professional is getting more important. Why? Because everybody has the same level of average, right? Increased by this AI tool or the research tool. But now the professionals must put their creativity there so that they can distinguish or differentiate their investment proposal. If you take the same strategy of investment, you cannot compete other investors, right? You cannot success, right?
Yes, I think AI has set a new starting point from everyone, since everyone now have accessibility to the information on the same level. So that's what you're saying right now. Like everyone have a new starting point. So the quality that professors are demanding from different projects are going to be higher because the start point is higher as well. But I also know that we cannot trust 100% in the outcome of the AIs because like there are like some different things that just like the output that you can receive from ChatGPT or something like that might not be real, right?
That is the point. That is the point, by the way. So you now have to improve the quality of question. You have to focus on the quality of question to the AI, not the answer of the question. Because depending on the quality of your question, the answer is totally different, right? So preparing the good question, right? So that you can get the high level of average, right? And then you can add some. So that's why in the investment field, the traders will be like just disappeared from now on. because the traders is trading based on the past pattern, right? Now we can get the pattern from ChatGPT or machine learning or big data. There's no kind of advantage of using the past pattern, right? You use AI, you use machine learning, everybody use the same pattern, then they cannot get the profit, right?
Yeah.
So traders, beware.
That's why it's
That's
more
not the future.
right. That's why it's more long-term view of investment will be more important in the future.
Yeah, you know what's interesting? Like, I think like in December or November, we had an episode with in San Francisco with an AI club.
Oh.
And they are actually doing what you just mentioned. Like they are training students in San Francisco to be able to do or to prompt the questions like in the right way to have like more accurate answers. I don't know, like
The most efficient answer.
Most efficient
maybe,
answer,
yeah.
like the most right one. And they're like teaching, students how to do that because, as you just mentioned, it's not about like what's the answer of that question. It's like how do you make the question, how you prompt, and what information you give to these AI tools in order for them to provide you like a better outcome, right?
Right. So the people feel like safe or confident when they are in the trend, because trend means it's already fixed, right? So the people can predict the future in the trend, right? But for the long term, they cannot predict the future accurately, right? In a short term, they can get. So AI will help you out, right? For the long term view, AI or machine learning cannot help you out, right? So there is the kind of field that some human beings' creativity could work. So that's why the valuation investment that make the projection of the 5 years or 10 years or even the forever, because based on the going concern of the company, we believe that company will live forever. Then that is the part of new area that the human beings can focus on rather than AI reliance.
Yeah, but speaking of long term,
Right.
there's another evolving area that is very popular right now is ESG
Exactly.
and the environment.
Yeah.
And do you see that that's more of a long-term commitment, or how do you kind of see on that?
Sure. Just as now, let's move to the human beings.
Yeah, exactly.
Human beings
Yeah.
role, right?
No more robots now, like human beings.
Right, because we need to consider some like risk factors, very important risk factors there, starting from the globalization. We have two schools. One is globalization. The other one is deglobalization. They are always fighting to take the globalization. For example, environment. ESR is the E stand for environment, the society, and the G is the governance. Is sometimes is changing, but now the concept is all about the globalization, right? If you want to make money, and then you can like pollute anything. You can pollute anything. You can waste anything. No, it doesn't work in the world altogether, right? Now we need to discuss. We need to think about our future, our next generation, right? It's based on the globalization concept. But war, like geopolitical issues is totally deglobalization part, right? We always have to. They are always fighting, right? If you guys have two wolves, one is good wolves in your heart, and the other wolf is bad wolf.
You're gonna be fighting all the time.
Fighting all the time in your mind. Who actually win?
No one.
The good one, or what do you mean?
I don't know.
Who win?
Like
The good wolf or bad wolf in your mind?
The good always.
Why?
Because kindness wins at the end, right?
So the answer is the wolf. The answer is the wolf. You feed more.
Oh, well, wow.
Right?
We got that wrong.
Yeah, that's why now the ESR comes up in the world, right?
Yeah.
So we have to protect like carbon emission, right? We need to reduce the carbon emissions, right? Reducing CO2 in the world so that we can sustainable together, right? Yeah. We need to consider society, right? Reputation. And the governance is all the stakeholders in the company. You need to satisfy all the stakeholders. Government, shareholders, debt holders, the suppliers, employees, everything we need to consider. All together we can live sustainable for the next generations.
Yes, I think this is like, as you're saying, like this is something that a lot of people have started to believe on, and now they are like really working on this, and every industry is already including ESG in their operations, in the way they like they manage the company, because that's what again the consumer wants to see.
Right.
And I think this have a really big impact because I in my opinion, like if a company is not being or is not executing properly things about sustainability, governance, or environment, I mean, people is gonna be like, I don't want that company because it's not going with what I do believe now.
Right.
So I think like in terms of investments and finance, like that's good impact. That could like take a company to broke.
Sure. So that's why the role of government is very important, right? They cannot just push it. You have to pursue this, like the ESG role. If the company doesn't make the profit or cash, right? So that's why the 2001, 2010, we have big two movement is focusing on CSR or SER. The ESG is not a new concept. It's already started, right? Yeah. But there are the investors' point of view is important now. Not the company's point of view. Investors is now want to invest this kind of company because this kind of company will be survive.
Exactly.
Right? But reality is not. In the recent 2 decades was not.
Yeah,
because
people didn't really care about it, right?
Or the company couldn't make the good profit in the future because the investment, the approach was wrong. And then we realized that the first approach in 2000 or 2010, they invested the company, good company, the ESR company first, right? They invest this kind of company, and then they encourage this company will make money in future, right? But it doesn't work well. But now it's totally opposite.
Correct.
Totally opposite. Yeah. They select the company that makes a lot of money first. They have this kind of a list, and then they got the final list of the company they contribute more ESR.
With profitable companies, they're trying to transform the pillars that they have in order to make them, go with the CSR,
right?
Before
ESR, ESG.
And ESG now, I would say.
Right. So, for example, Amazon or Apple. Do you think those kind of company is the ESG company?
I think they
maybe
try
right now.
I mean, with I don't know, they have a business to run. They do have an impact, but they're trying to make a lower impact.
Yeah, but if they want to stay, then they have to change. Like they have to become more. If
now,
they want to stay.
Now,
there,
as a management company or BlackRock or Fidelity or Vanguard, they classify this kind of company. The Apple or Amazon is ESG company because they are making money, still good. They are growing, but now they also contribute to some society because they're contributing this environment issue because they want to stay some upper level of their reputation, right? The brand name, right? Because the retailer is definitely impact on the retailers, consumers' behavior, right?
Well, yeah, and we're in a business school, so we are in business and we need to be profitable. So I think like many things that you've just mentioned today is gonna help a lot of people to understand business and all this financial part of it.
Right. That's why the social governance, that society and governance, environment, society and governance. The governance part is now like more shareholders benefit, right? Shareholders benefit. That's why the Apple distributed the cash dividend last year, the $14 billion, and the stock repurchase program. $90 billion in total, $104 billion cash distribution to the shareholders. Right? Never happened in the Steve Jobs era.
Yeah.
Well, great. Nothing. Thank you so much for sharing all that.
Sure, my pleasure.
I hope everyone has been taking notes. You know how to reach out to Professor. Probably they can follow you on LinkedIn. Hultians, probably you're more than welcome or taking classes with him. But well, as every episode, we do are gonna make you a question from our previous guest that our previous guest didn't know who who's going to be the next guest, and you will have the chance to make one question for our future guest. So do you want to make the question?
Yeah. So the question from the previous guest was, what are you most afraid of?
Yeah, okay, answer is everybody is afraid about the future.
Including you then.
Everybody, including me.
Okay.
Right? Because it's uncertain.
Yeah.
Uncertain. Nobody knows what will happen in the future, in the grade or in the graduation where we are working on, or what grade we will receive, right? Do I get married?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
everybody is worried about the future, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Yeah. Then,
Yeah, that's a good one.
right. Then I can answer, by the way, you don't have to actually worry about the future, afraid about the future. If I can ask my question.
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
go
My
ahead.
my question is now, can we change the past, your past? Can you change your past, or can you predict your future?
Ooh.
Can you change your past,
I think
Rafael?
I can't.
You
change
can't.
I think I can't. Like, I mean,
How about
what happened
you,
happened.
Johanna?
Yeah.
Can you change your past?
Like, I don't think I fully understand the question because it's done. It's
Exactly,
done.
that's what I'm
So
saying.
Really?
what do you think? Do
Yeah.
you think you can change your past?
We can change the past.
How?
Okay.
Because
So-
I can think I can change the perception in the future of what happened in the past.
Okay, great.
But
So,
I
so
agree.
I can explain a very short.
Okay,
Very
okay.
short. There are like some example. I pushed up 10 times 10 days ago. Today I pushed up the 10 times today.
Correct.
Did I change my past?
No.
No. It's still I'm stuck in the 10 times push up.
Correct.
Now
How do you change?
10 times. And then yesterday 11. Today I did 12. Now did I change my past?
No.
Now.
You're changing.
What I did is 12. I just did 12.
Correct.
What is my new past?
12.
12 is my new past.
But you're
I'm
changing.
not the guy can do only 10 times push up. Now I'm the guy can do the 12 times.
But when you're doing it, you're changing the future.
Now let's
Right?
move
Now.
it to the. So again, do you agree? You can change the. If you get, for example, you got like B grade, and then this semester I got the B grade. You didn't change your past because you are stick on the past yet. But now I studied really hard, right? Now I got the A grade. I got the scholarships. Now my new past is just I've done, right? Now my new past is A.
But aren't you technically changing your present to have an effect on your past?
Okay.
Yeah.
You're not changing the past.
I will agree to disagree.
Nobody remember your past. Your new past is just what you've done. That
Yeah.
means once you focus
I
on the
guess,
present, this present just in a second when I said this just present, and that is new past,
I
right?
guess so. I guess, yeah.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
this
Convince
is
me.
really controversial. So I would like to invite everyone watching us to try to answer this
Yeah.
question in the comments or something.
Right.
I'm so curious.
And then
Yes.
secondly, you don't have to worry about the future. You don't have to afraid about the future. How?
Good.
By doing the present, which is slightly better than the past. For example, if I did 11, 12, 10 days ago, now the 9 days, now the 13, and then yesterday the 19, now today
20?
20, I did 20. Then question, what is my next tomorrow? 21.
Or
Which
22.
means now, if you yourself can make your trend, people feel very safe or very safe or
You're building a
protected
trend, that's true.
in the trend. If they are in the trend, please don't try to follow the trend that somebody make. You are not the trend purchaser. You are not the trend taker, right? You are not the trend. You should build your own trend so that you can make your own routine and your trend, then you can predict your future. The only way to predict your future is to create it. Abraham Lincoln,
That's so motivating.
right? So once you slightly did better than before, it's starting from the past. That's why you can change your past. You are no longer the same person what you did. you are now the new person, right? Because you're slightly better than before. Now you are making your own trend. Then you can predict the future.
Wow. I feel so inspired right now, honestly.
I'm going to work in my present.
I don't know the guest is how he responded or she responded.
Yeah, we'll see.
We will
Don't
see.
Don't let him or let her know this answer. This is my insight.
Yeah, okay. We won't, but if they are watching us today,
that's true.
I don't know what's going to happen. But thank you so much for being here with us today. I hope everyone is enjoying the episode today. Thank you, Johanna, and thank you, everyone watching us.
Yeah.
My pleasure.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Happy New Year.